All right. You see the way it was hit? Does that not look intentional? Not that it is. That's a main support beam. Now look at the vehicles. We'll look at that again. It's only 45 seconds. Let's look at it again. It's 47 seconds. Let's watch that again. Right there at the support beam. How's that an accident, dude? How do you got two mates on there that are leading us and you hit it like that? Huh. Huh. Go figure. Hmm. 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 Okay, so a lot of the information that you're going to see, that'll be down below in the description. You're going to look at Aaron Burr. You'll be looking at Hamilton. You will find out what was going on, why nobody wanted the Rothschilds' money, who did what, and how significant that is to the whole entire breaking of this current infrastructure. Every single inch of it has something to do with it. There's nothing that's not, even from, the greenbacks, the money that was the greenback, and why was that significant? All of this is telling you metaphorically that this is the collapse. That's what this is. It's not a bunch of other stuff that I can say about it. It's not a whole bunch of other things because you guys already know the deal. But that's what this is. There are so many container ships that are not going to be able to get through there right now. And we will see the fallout from this. We're definitely going to see the fallout without a doubt. Now, this river, remember I told you guys, and I'm going to give you this little bitty breadcrumb, and I want you guys to look at this. Okay, right about here. Everything's significant, even down to how many kilometers the whole how the kilometers, how the distance of that river that it was going over. And I think it's Patapsco. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. Patapsco, the river, and the history of that river is very significant. Very significant. I believe that's where you're going to see Betsy Ross's name come in. If not there, I know it's going to be the other ship, that the other area that we saw that was hit. It was Betsy Ross that was hit back in June of 2023, June 11th, 2023, when they changed up. See, what they did is they always got a part one and a part two. If this don't work, then this gonna work. So when they hit that part of Virginia, when they hit that part last year, that was going in through Pennsylvania, I think it was, all that stuff that we just got to looking at. You guys correct me. But nonetheless, the reason why they had to do this is because they were probably going to do this anyway, but they pitched a fit last year. And they're probably going to pitch a fit this year if there's anybody who cares. Probably not. And what do I mean by that? I'm saying they're going to piss a fit because they do not want that area to be blocked off. But this, I don't think they're going to be able to bring this together like they did that highway last year. I don't think so. I think we've covered everything as far as my notes are concerned. However, here's what I'm going to do. The next several stories, which ironically are stories that I was already freaking working on, already freaking working on, all the way down to that entire mall in New York that's going to be shut down, that is right there dealing with their MTA, dealing with their transportation. That big old mall, that's all be for commerce. Every inch of that. They're saying they're closing it down because they're being people are breaking in and taking stuff and smashing and grabbing every inch of that. So what we're going to do is every one of the videos that I'm going to do that's going to follow up with this, I'm going to tag it. And you guys give me a name which you want me to tag it with, because I can't even think right now. I don't even know what to tag it with. Um, Maybe Tyre, Tyre. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll put that somewhere in description so you know that it goes with this. Because see, every single thing, one brick laid upon the other brick, all goes together. If you know, you know. If you can see it, you can see it. So I think maybe that's what we'll do. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Because I've got so many stories right now, you guys, that are just, it's amazing that this happened today. It is amazing that this happened today, because if you could just see the stories. I hope that's not thunder. Well, I mean, if it's thunder, that's fine. But what I just heard was like a shaking of the house. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, you guys. I'm not going to belabor the time. We're already here. We've been here an hour, and there's so much that I could have said that I just don't even know where to start. This is amazing. What I sent was a longer video starting before the crash. Oh, hey, Don Oz, you sent a video. Okay, baby, let me go over here and see it. I don't want to. Let me make sure I show it. Okay, thank you for that, Precious. Let me scroll down. I have to open up my business email to get it. Thank you guys for sending in videos and such. Okay, you got to see this first. Good day. Okay, hold on. Oh, there's an attachment. All right, let's open it. Open this. Oh, I have to download it first. Okay. Oh, I'll be interceding for you. Mm. Okay, so hold on. Let me go and look at this. Oh, oh, wow. Okay. Let me see how to show this. Hold on. Maybe if I show it smaller. Thank you for this. This is good. Thanks. Um, hmm. If I close this down, will I be able to show it? No. I don't know how to show these from here unless I download it and then start it from there. Hold on, baby. Thank you for sending this again. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to show it because you sent it, and I really appreciate that. Okay. And it does show it. You're absolutely right. It is showing it from before then. Whoa. Okay. Here, you guys. I don't know how to show this without showing my email. I don't want to show it with you. Oh, here, I'll scroll it all the way up. No, I can't scroll it all the way up. If I make this smaller, maybe I can do it. I don't want to show your personal information, and I don't know how to show it. Well, wait a minute. Don't confess that. You can figure this out. There. Duh. Okay. Let me pause this so we can see the video that she just sent. Present this. Present a window is what I'll need to do. Share. Okay. I don't know if you guys are going to see it dual or single, but let me start it. Can you guys see that? Oz, can you see this? Hey, King BJ. It's running, but I don't know if you all can see it. Okay. Do you see where she was showing us that it was beforehand? Let me go back. Look at this. Remember what I showed just showed hitting it. Look at where it's starting from. That's like they meant to do it in my impression. No lights on the ship, Teresa. Look at those 4 cars. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where are the lights? That's bananas, right? That is bananas. Yes, it did, Oz. That's amazing. You guys, I want to look at it again because we'll look at it and see something different this time. No lights, absolutely none. Right into the main support beam. 978 feet takes a while to correct. That's from Robert. That is amazing. Look at the cars that are going by just in time. Woo! Mm. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh. So there we are. There we are. Um, yeah, that's thank you, Oz, for sending that. Thank you. That is so devastating. Absolutely, Starfire. That is devastating. I was beyond words for a moment, as loquacious as I am, but thank you for that, Starfire. Okay, let's see. Vine Dressers Branch, hello. I saw a report that the captain could control the ship. Hmm. Hmm. Well, if any of you guys have any information that you want to share or send, please do. Because my blood is running so, and this story has got me into such an exciting place. There was so much that I would have liked to have gone in slowly. But what I will do is, as I begin to put some of the other stories together that I already have, uh, and I tag them, you guys will be able to see it. Hold on, I have a message. Oh, send you a link. Hold on, let me send you the link. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because there are some stop sharing this. Hold on a second. All right. There are so many other pieces, you guys, that we would have to look at because to me, none of this stuff stands by itself. Because let's keep our minds in this pattern. Um, let's keep our minds in this pattern. Keep your mind in the pattern that says that there is a great um, takeover. That there is a great takeover because this is that whether we want to accept it. However, a lot of you guys that follow me, you already know what this is. The only thing is how do you leave the world behind? That's the only question. How do you leave it behind? How do you leave this place behind? Let me give you guys the opportunity to see some of the comments that you all have put here. You guys come in and put uh, comments, and I need to be able to make sure that they're seen. Okay. So let's see here. All right. Rico 5377 says order out of chaos. Carrie Richardson's love the biblical view. Alan Girls, some Boston ports are owned by China, and mayor of Boston is Chinese. Wow. Is it Ravenator? I wouldn't believe too much from Giver or the governor. I believe you mean Governor Moore. Yes. Okay. Just recheck the Uber app, and and the restaurant is literally straight across from the Francis Key Bridge. This is such a bummer. There's a lot of good Mexican spots around us that had that fire. Okay. Thank you for that. The US Corporation, absolutely. Just sent you an accident video. Thank you for that video. You guys rock. Thank you. Yes, absolutely, Carrie. Yep, Greenleaf, you're spot on. You're spot on. Good afternoon, Felicia Chatters. Zeb, hey. Yeah, I thought the same thing, but when you ask yourself, why is it international? International because it's all a part of one, because it's a part of oneness, you know? If any of you guys want to come up, let me know. Um, hey, brother,
Hey,
let me put on my headphones. How you doing? I'm glad to have you here because, biblically, there's a lot of stuff that's significant here, and it's so funny. Sometimes you find people who don't want to deal with the biblical piece. Although I know our chats that we have here, they want to see the biblical significance because a lot of times people have already seen it before we ever bring it up, and it's generally going to be a confirmation to what they've seen. Do you agree to that?
yeah, you hit it on the head with Ezekiel 26 and Ezekiel 27 in reference to Revelation 18, in reference to the maritime
Hmm.
industry being the industry that falls. And as far as the biblical prophecy is concerned, that collapse is what brings on the quote unquote biblical end times, if you will.
Hmm.
You hit it on the head when you were talking about the city of Tyre and all of the port cities of the ancient world in relation to the modern day port cities. It's it's actually spot on, and it's very telling, and it's very eye opening. And if you have your eyes already open, it's time to wait. It's time to stand up. Like this is the time. And if it's not the time, we're definitely at the precipice of the time.
Hmm.
Um, these are alarms that are sounding and ringing, um, blaring, even to let us know, or even okay, I'll go here to let certain elites know that these are stages or phases that we're about to cross thresholds into going into the next phase, the next stage. And it's evident. It's clearly evident. And if you don't understand the evidence, the body of evidence that you're looking at, if you just pay attention and start deciphering, just picking apart things like I see you doing, it becomes very apparent. And I quote, when you follow the money.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, but oh no, go ahead, please,
No, I
please.
was just saying it's absolutely important to follow the money because I think, every single bit of this is all about mammon. Every inch of it. It's nothing that's done that doesn't bring anyone any financial gain that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're just doing it because they want to. It's all because of the money, and it's all because of you know the power that the money brings them, and it's definitely a plan. The mall that I was talking about was built 10 years ago, and now it's closing down. And the funny thing is that particular mall in New York. Let me show you guys the mall in New York. Hold on. The mall in New York that is closing down right now was put up 10 years ago, and now they're being sued because the mall company says we're out of here. um Let me show it to you guys. Yeah, the MTA is suing the mall giant Westfield after the company notified them it intends to end its lease and cease all operations at the Fulton Center. Now, prior to this happening, I had pulled together some videos dealing with the Fulton Center. Anytime you look at a mall, you already know that malls are going to bring in commerce, and that's something very important. But this mall was put in the area. The mall was put in the area solely to make the people believe that this was something that they were going to give them, that this was going to be for the people. It was going to bring jobs. It was going to bring opportunity. It was going to bring all this stuff in. But bingo, bango, let's look at it. Here's the introduction of it, and I'm going to show you what they sold them as the bill of goods. This was the bill of goods that they sold them back during that time. Okay. This was from the Transportation Authority there in New York. So let me give it to you guys and let me show you exactly what I'm talking about when I say, as Ronnie just got through mentioning, the following of the money. because it's easy to give you 10 years to have something where you can go in and buy yourself some outfits and take your family to a nice movie or to a nice meal. For 10 years, you're going to think this was all for you because that's what they used your tax dollars to do. But in essence, that ain't what this was about at all. Here it is. They are about to close it down. So let me show you here. Is this the video? Is this the video? That's it right there. There we go. Can you guys see it over there? I think you can.
What I remember the most about this project, in addition to the challenges of completing it, is the unique architecture and the interplay between architecture and art that gives this location its special meanings, particularly vis-a-vis the fact that on 9/11 we suffered incredible destruction, and now the revival of this thing gives me great pleasure to see it.
I already know the music was already going to have me flagged for this, so that's okay. But I do want to show you another portion of this mall shortly after. Okay, let me take you here. Yeah, I mean, beautiful idea, right? It was a wonderful idea to have this. It was great. Now, here is the coming soon. We already saw the other piece, so that's enough of the coming soon. Here it is right here, where the retail giant
complex in Manhattan wants out of its
lease.
lease.
To you for the news. We'll take it to YouTube so you guys can see it. Let me pause it here. And I'll share that with you guys because this is my point. I just want to drive the point home that everything is dealing with money and how they frame the things you currently have to show you that here, we're doing this for you. Once this mall is closed, baby, it's on and popping. That's all I want you to understand is it will be on and popping. Here you go.
Retail complex in Manhattan wants out of its lease, blaming rampant crime in New York City. The Fulton Transit Center integrated 5 subway stations serving 9 lines when it opened in 2014. Real estate company Westfield has managed and operated the property since then, but with 10 years still on their lease.
Notice the water around this map, if you will. We got to look at it from where we're coming from, all right? Notice the water. Notice the water, baby. Maritime, notice it.
Transit Center integrated 5 subway stations serving 9 lines when it opened in 2014. Real estate company Westfield has managed and operated the property since then, but with 10 years still on their lease, they say they're concerned about public safety and security. But the MTA is not letting them back out of the lease without a legal fight. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo live in Lower Manhattan with the details. Anthony.
Well, David, I've spoke to some subway riders and people who work here at the Fulton Center. They tell me rampant homelessness is of greatest concern to them. One worker who works in a coffee shop here tells me at one time she had to practically hide a woman out inside her store to prevent her from being stalked and harassed. And as you mentioned, a number of quality life concerns here at the Fulton Transit Center have caused its retail management company to break its lease with the MTA. Westfield, according to filings in federal court, wants out only 10 years into its 20-year agreement. The MTA is now suing the retail management company for breaking that lease, but Westfield says the Transportation Authority is not properly maintaining public safety at the transit hub. The mall giant has told the MTA multiple tenants have left, citing break-ins, theft, vandalism, harassment, and assault. Of course, all of this comes as the National Guard and state police, as we've been reporting, have been deployed across the subway system to make riders feel safe after a spate of high-profile transit crimes. Retail theft is up more than 4% in New York City so far this year. And though one coffee shop worker at the Fulton Center says Theft isn't really what she's most concerned about. There are other pressing safety issues. Some subway riders say they actually try to avoid taking the train here altogether because of it.
The real problem is homelessness here. That you could just look out the window and just see people just like roaming around. It probably lessened because of the, it's getting nicer outside, but during the winter months, it's a lot.
It's always scary, as a girl, I always go by myself everywhere. And I always had to be pay attention. I never feel safe to walk just in this street. It was supposed to be safe for us.
Now, the MTA issued this comment about its lawsuit against Westfield, saying, quote, "While we are unable to comment on specific pending litigation, we have full confidence in the NYPD, which has surged officers into the subway to ensure safety across the transit system, including at the Fulton Center." Now, we have reached out to Westfield to get a comment from them on this story. That coffee shop worker you heard from, she says she's been here 3 months. She has seen a police presence and a security guard presence in the time she's been here. We see some security officers and cops here today. That worker tells me she feels the kiosk workers are most exposed to theft because they are inside the center with really no other protection to keep them safe.
Okay, so now we saw that. I also want to bring up the next thing that we're looking at, and it's not that. It's definitely not that. I don't want to look at him.